welcome back, Roses. Welcome back. So tonight's topic is going to be about discrimination within the LGBTQ community. So, yes, I have been discriminated against in the workplace. It caused me to not get a job. This happened to me once before that I know of. It could have happened, multiple times that I didn't know of, but this specific time happened to me kind of like blatantly in my face. But um, before we go with this conversation, yes, I'm taking my nails down. I got this one and this one left, and it's all hammer here. So before we just get that out the way, yeah, take my nails down. But let's go back to the conversation about the discrimination. I know plenty of people have probably been discriminated against. Probably because, their color, their race, the gender, the state, whatever they identify as or whatever they are, that probably would cause their, to be discriminated against. But we're going to talk about the time I was discriminated against in a workplace environment. So, let's get this video started. It was back in 2016, I want to say, that, I applied for the job. It was a paper application. So therefore, I would have to go inside the store. And for those who don't know what paper application is anymore, because it's 2019. So I went inside the store or whatever. It wasn't the store's office. I went inside the office. I went inside the office, transgender, with hair, nails, a purse, a peacoat, dressed, as female. Dressed as what I identify as. He hired me. It was two managers. It was a white guy and a black guy. They hired me on the spot. Like that. I got the job. So, I got the job or whatever. I guess I'm not gonna say I didn't know that I was transgender or whatever, but I guess like I got the job. So he was like, they was like, you have orientation next week. Orientation starts Monday from 9 to 4. And I was like, that's fine, okay. So boom. I come into work, work Monday. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, now take it back. Thursday we had a meeting. They pulled me to the side. It was orientation. I was in orientation Thursday. They pulled me to the side, from the class with everybody else. And, they had a talk with me, And, well, before the talk, it's a dress code. Only nurses could wear scrubs, and regular employees like me that I was gonna hire for, we would have to wear regular clothes, like a regular t-shirt and some jeans or something like that. But yeah. So like I said, Thursday we had the meeting, and it was basically about my appearance. The guy who was over the hiring managers, I had to talk to one of the hiring managers who hired me, and the guy who was over him. And the guy who was over him was gay himself, so I don't know what the issue was. I guess the issue was transgender, not just me being, gay. It was beyond that. It was me being transgender. That was the issue, obviously, because like I said, the guy who was over the hiring manager was gay himself. So, the guy was like, how you doing, Ivory? I said, how you doing like that? I'm doing fine. He said, how's orientation coming along? I was like, orientation is coming along good. I saw him, I'm a CNA. So what they would teach us in orientation, I already knew. I skipped half of the orientation because I was already certified in the things that you had to get certified in to do the job. So I skipped half of the orientation. And we was talking in the office. He asked me about orientation. So he got down to the dress code, the guy. I don't want to say any names because, I'd rather keep the names confidential for any reason whatsoever. So he was like, can you, can you not wear your purse and, a bra and stuff like that? I'm like, what you mean, can I not? And he said, can you dress? Okay, let's mind you, I never told you guys this, but the job was for mentally challenged adults. It was to take care and help with the basic everyday needs and functions of mentally challenged adults. You know, if like I said, they're mentally challenged, so they really don't comprehend much, and they're mentally challenged. So go back to the story about where I was doing the meeting with the guys or whatever. So I was in the office with a meeting, and so basically the head guy was like, can you dress gender neutral? Can you wear gender neutral clothing? And I was like, what you mean gender neutral clothing? What's gender neutral clothing? What's that? And he was like, can you dress as a guy? So, me, I have a very smart mouth. So I was like, did you pull the other females outside the time age from dress like guys in gender neutral clothing? And he said no. He said because you were born male, so we want you to wear gender neutral clothing if you can't wear male clothes. I said that's not happening. I said what I own is not gender neutral clothes. If you want me to wear gender neutral clothing, you can cut me a check so I can go buy gender neutral clothing. And what I also offered him, because like I said, I'm a CNA, so I had a multitude of scrubs. So I was like, I can wear scrubs for you if that's gender neutral clothing. He was like, it's against the policy for you to wear scrubs if you run out of nurse. I said, well, you look like you have, an issue on your hands. Mind you, this is the state of Alabama I'm talking about. And in the state of Alabama, there is no federal laws protecting against African Americans and LGBTQ people against the discrimination. So they can legally discriminate against us in the state of Alabama. Yes, they can. Unfortunately, they can. So, he asked me to wear gender neutral clothing. And I told him, I don't have any gender neutral clothes. So my clothes make me look like a female. And he said that would confuse the residents of the housing that we would take care of. Honey, the already mentally challenged adults, how more confused can they get? That's not what I said, that's what I was thinking of. But, and most of the time when I approach people, or even mentally challenged adults, because that's not the first time I worked with mentally challenged adults, they already automatically, categorize me as female. They look at me and they be like, oh, yeah, that's a woman. That's a woman. But, I don't know what the issue was. I didn't think they liked me for real because of me being transgender. Now, the guys who hired me didn't have an issue, but it was the ones over the guys who hired me who had the issue. And, the discrimination is very real. It's very real, and it's horrible. And it's a horrible feeling to be discriminated, to be the person who's getting mocked and discriminated against. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I wouldn't wish that, on nobody, because it's not a good feeling to be discriminated against. So that day, he was like, he said when Friday comes, you either dress as male or you're fired. I said, okay. I just think I said, okay, like that. So the next day, Friday comes. I had brought my best friend with me to record the whole conversation secretly. So my best friend had like this button shirt, and like the shirt had a pocket on the side. So he had his phone inside the pocket recording the whole conversation from when we got out the car to we walked inside the building, and when we talked to the hiring managers, and we talked to the lady at the front desk or whatever. And the whole conversation, I actually have that conversation on my other iPhone, but I have to get my iPhone battery switched out. I need a new battery on my iPhone. So when I get that done, I will upload that video here. So it'll be like a to be continued video, I guess, because I want you guys to see the proof that I had about the discrimination or whatever, because I don't want y'all to think I'm just making this stuff up. It's not made up. Trust me, it's 100% authentic, real in my life. So that happened or whatever. And one of the managers, it was actually the white guy, the manager who hired me. He was in there or whatever, and I called corporate actually. I called corporate that Friday morning and told them the situation of what happened. Now mind you, the gay guy who fired me, he called corporate and told corporate that I quit. Yes. He called corporate and told corporate that I quit. So he was already one step ahead of me. And so the guy who hired me, the white guy who hired me, was in the meeting the day that man basically fired me or whatever. He was like, me and my best friend had the guy who was in the meeting with us on camera, the guy who hired me, and I asked him. I said, "Did your boss fire me or did I quit?" That man said, "Oh no, he fired you." So basically, that was my proof to corporate that he lied to them that I was, fired, not, I didn't quit because they got terminated, really. So I asked for a letter of separation. The man would not even give me a letter of separation. He said I quit, which was a lie, like I said. And I had proof. The man who hired me, and then for the camera. But after the guy left, I kept asking for a letter of separation, and I was telling them how we got all y'all fired. And so that's when the lady at the front desk, was scared because, like I said, I had proof that he fired me. So she went on ahead and gave me a letter of separation and said that they fired me because she didn't want to lose her job. So I was going to tell corporate on her as well for not giving me a letter of separation. But honestly, if you know the laws, the federal laws in your state, it helps. Because, as in, like, lost ways, like, I couldn't sue them. I couldn't sue them for discrimination. I couldn't sue them for none of that stuff because, like I said, the laws in Alabama in 2016 were set as it was legal to discriminate against black people still and LGBTQ people still. So, as in, like, a lawsuit, that was out the window. I cannot sue them because that's the law. But what I could have did was get the guy fired or whatever. But I found out actually like a couple of months later. I don't want to say it was karma, but I found out a couple of months later that the guy had actually got cancer. The guy who fired me, I don't want to say it was karma because I wouldn't wish cancer on nobody, not even a worst enemy, but he got cancer. I don't know if he's alive to this day. I don't know. I hope he is, honestly. But I don't know if he's still alive to this day. But yeah, that's my experience with discrimination against me because me being transgender. I wanted to talk about that topic tonight because a friend of mine who was actually still in Alabama, told me to talk about the topic because I guess it hit them personally too. I don't know. But like I said, that was something to talk about, and I think that was a good conversation. And so that my viewers know about discrimination. It can happen to anybody, really. You don't have to be LGBTQ. Hey, you can be still black. You can be a woman. You could be a man. You actually, with how weird this might sound, you actually can be a straight person, a heterosexual person, and you still can be discriminated against because I know this. I know this. Was the McDonald's? I don't remember. I know this food establishment, and I'm gonna say food establishment because the person who sees this video might know I'm talking about the establishment. So I'm gonna say this food establishment. I honestly think they are like biased or prejudiced against straight people because everybody who works there is gay. I know, right? How weird that sounds. But yeah, you could literally be anything these days or anybody. I think when people get discriminated against, I think it's more on a personal level, on the person who has the power to be to do the discriminating. I believe these days when people get discriminated, it's because it's a personal reason, like a personal prejudice that somebody has against somebody. Because these days more people is like accepting and more tolerant for the girls. And most transgenders, I'm saying transgenders because not most it's gays too, like regular just gay men and gay women, but most transgenders like don't even work in real workplace environments. They they escort and they do porn and stuff, and that's because most of them were like rejected and put out at an early age. So they had to, basically do that to survive. They had to survive because that's what it is. Not living, that's surviving when you have to escort. And like I said, I thank God that my family was very accepting of me. I think because of their acceptance, that led me to a better education. That led me to finish high school. It led me to, become a CNA. It led me to go to school twice to be to be an RN. And my window is still open for education. I want to go back. I might want to be a nurse practitioner. I might want to start my own business. But most kids, who get put out or rejected for being LGBTQ at a young age, resort to sex work. And that's just life. That's just the hard facts of it in this life. And most of them don't, have that skill, of a workplace environment. They just know what they know, which is sex. Most of us, don't even have high school diplomas. And that's very sad because that's due to, of the parents being scared. That's what I believe. When you're like ignorant of something, and the god damn it, what's the word, the dictionary word of ignorant means not knowing. So when you're ignorant of something, it scares people because they don't know or they don't understand what it is. So it scares them, and so out of that fear, it comes hate. So basically, it's a hate that drives them out. Drives them to pushes their kids out the house. Like, no, I don't want it. Now under my roof, you can't be gay. Blah 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 blah. And it's the same ignorance, the same hate. All to me, it's all one. It's the same ignorance, same hate that cause wars. It's the same ignorance, same hate that causes that cause racism in the world. It's the same same ignorance, same hate. Honestly, that's the way I feel about it. And tomorrow, I mean, you guys is free to inbox me for another topic tomorrow. But if I don't get any inboxes or anything like that, my topic tomorrow will be. I want to say it'll be hate. It'll be like, the same ignorance, the same hate that caused, racism in the world. Because honestly, it is the same hate. Hate is hate, just like love is love. If you hate something, it's the same hate and the same ignorance that causes pain. We don't want that. But I'm gonna wrap this video up for tonight. I would like for you guys to subscribe to my channel and like the video. And with that being said, good night, roses.